Hello there, international movie friends. Here we are again with a trailer reaction. We got a trailer reaction to a sports documentary today. It's a documentary called Drive to Survive, and it's about the Formula One. It's the third season of this series. It's coming to Netflix. We will keep an eye out, and then especially Koen, who will join me in this trailer reaction because he's a big Formula One fanatic. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed yet, if you want to hear more about this documentary, but also other sports documentaries that we like to get into. And don't forget to like it if you liked it. Then we will now react to the trailer of Drive to Survive. Koen,
yes,
from Romania, welcome. Drive to Survive. This is a subject that you selected that you wanted to talk about. You love Formula One, don't you?
Yeah. I'm a big fan. I always have been a big fan, and now, of course, as a Dutch person, we're very lucky that we have finally a mega star talent that can finally win the world championship for Netherlands for the first time in the history. He's already the first race winner.
Max Verstappen for the people.
Yeah, Max Verstappen, the son of the famous Jos Verstappen. Yeah, no, this show is, they started by Netflix. This is the third season. They make it a bit epic, like also the name is Drive to Survive. In the first season, they explain to you that these guys are like fighter pilots and they risk their life every time they step in the cars. And it is all a bit dramatized in a way, but we saw, which is very interesting to see this season, because the season that we are about to see is going to be launched on March 19th, which is exactly the same week the new season starts of the races. And it's about the whole season of 2020, which of course has been like every sport, the COVID season. A lot of things went down because of that. The drivers got affected, teams got affected, drives had to be replaced, and almost all the races were raced this year in Europe instead of all over the world, because they couldn't race everywhere. If you see season 1 and 2, and if you know the sport, you think, okay, it's a bit too dramatized. But it's very nice, a nice insight. But last year, we had something very bad happen to the sport. The French driver, Romain Grosjean, almost died in a race. He went literally with his car straight through a metal barrier.
It's insane.
So then in that sense, Drive to Survive makes sense again. So no, I'm very curious what they did for this. A lot of things happened. Of course, a lot of big things happened. It's the 7th World Championship for Lewis Hamilton, which means he's the record holder together with alongside Michael Schumacher. That means they have the most world championships of any driver in the world. And it shows you, I think, a lot what has to do with Corona. These guys had to be tested every 3 days. And they did a lot of back-to-back races. Normally they have a weekend, 2 weeks in between, and they go to the next city. And now they had like even 3 races after each other. They did 2 races on the same track sometimes. I was so upset for years that there was never a good documentary or movie about Formula One. Then, of course, Rush came.
But Rush is great.
That finally did what I always wanted. So it's we have a small teaser because
let's see it,
the trailer didn't come out yet. I think the trailer will come next week. We'll keep an eye on that, and let's go check out the teaser.
Welcome back to Formula One 2020.
We have no idea what's going to happen.
Oh, to feel the drama.
Yeah.
Well, that's with right. You can call that a teaser.
It's very short. No, I even remember it because I saw it on Netflix itself. I thought it was longer even, but it's very short. You hear.
Well, at least we, of course, know already what happened in the season in the Formula One season, so we already have a big trailer, more or less. It's more the question like how they will cut it now, more or less. So,
the interesting thing, this is not a spoiler because, or maybe it's a spoiler if you really don't want to know, then skip this. But the guy that you hear talking is, I think, Zach Brown is the director of McLaren Formula One. He's talking about we don't know what's going to happen because they always start the season in Australia, always in March. And they went to Australia. Well, COVID, of course, was appearing everywhere. I think Tom Hanks already had it and his wife. And they all were there, and everybody was questioning, like, how on earth you guys are pulling this off? Because all the teams, 9 out of 10 teams are British. Ferrari, of course, Italian. And they all had to fly in. They fly in with 200 or 300 people per team. And everybody was calling them very irresponsible, but I was saying, Formula One will always go ahead, you know. And they created a bubble, but on Friday, the day when the testing begins, all the fans were at the gates and they stopped. They suddenly said, we're not going to race because one of the guys from his team, from McLaren, one of the team members, I think, crew members, got corona. So they had to stop. And then for some months, they didn't know, are we going to go ahead with the season? And what do we do with the drivers, with the teams, with the money? So yeah, I think it's also a lot about the whole crisis with corona, how it affected the sport. And to show you that, like with football, of course, we saw that Champions League can also go ahead without public, but it looks bad, in my opinion. Yeah. It's not the same vibe. And it affected, of course, a lot of the players itself. But with Formula One, I don't think it really matters because they shot it in a way that you don't see the tribunes and the drivers don't really care because they drive so fast they don't see people anyway. So yeah.
And on the TV, that's what I most miss when I watch TV now, football. On the TV, of course, because of the sound of the motors, you don't hear the fans so much. So you don't miss that atmosphere. While with football, it really comes apparent that there's no fans.
It's especially for the classics, your team versus my team from Holland. If you don't hear the audience like going crazy, it's not the same
exactly.
vibe, of course.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. Okay, well, to end this with Koen, let's be honest, Max Verstappen doesn't stand a chance against Hamilton again this year, right?
No, he's going to win the World Championship this year.
You really believe so?
They have a secret, the car. They didn't show, they showed only pictures from the old car, the release. Mercedes also did the same, so I think apparently they introduced a new engine this year, Honda. This is their last season in the sport. They quit the sport after this year, and Red Bull buys the engine from them. Everybody always says this, but they don't say so much this year. That's the first time they don't have a big mouth, so I think they have a chance this year. Yeah.
Let's keep an eye on it.
We'll see. We have to keep an eye on it.
Drive to Survive Season 3 coming to Netflix March 19. We're going to keep an eye on it. Probably talk a bit more about it on our What to Watch show next time. Yeah. Definitely. For the people watching, let us know what you thought about this, very short teaser, but maybe you also already saw the first 2 seasons of Drive to Survive. Are you excited for Drive to Survive Season 3? Let us know in the comments. Also, let us know in the comments if you think Max Verstappen will be the world champion, or will it be Hamilton again, or someone completely different this season. Let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay updated on this documentary, but also other sports documentaries from all over the world. Subscribe to our channel. Like this if you liked what we did here. And then we see you next time from Sweden. I say, hej då.